we're going to switch to transportation funding now, Governor, and I'll admit that this is the one thing I personally was very surprised did not get done, given the public safety aspects of it, given the condition of the roads and bridges that have been well documented by you and other people all over the place. What derailed the transportation plan?
And given statements by politicians on both sides of the aisle saying that we had to do it, yet Democrat leaders in the House told their people, don't vote for it. The people of Pennsylvania are the losers right now. And I'm going to say from a couple different perspectives. Those, the people of Pennsylvania who use transit, their transit's not going to be improved. We increased the money for transit by 20%. That's a pretty big jump in there. The people using the highways, we're not going to be fixing those roads and bridges with additional money. We'll still continue to fix them, but we are limited to money that we presently have in the budget. This would have been a significant amount of money going into it. But just as importantly, we lost a construction season. And the people who are working for contractors and people who make asphalt and people who make concrete, and the surveyors, all these people, they're not going to have additional jobs. And I was talking to people in the construction industry yesterday, and they're telling me, we're going to have to lay off 100 people there, 200 people there, because they were counting on this getting passed. And the Democrat leaders in the House told their people, do not vote for this. Now, people say, well, the Republicans can get it passed. Well, the Republican Party, just like the Democrat, has a broad spectrum of people. And there were a number who would not vote for a transportation bill that was as high as the one coming out of the Senate.
Call them the ultra-fiscal conservatives.
The ultra-fiscal conservatives,
Darrell
right.
Metcalf leading that charge.
That's exactly right. Did not want to raise any fees, did not want to raise any revenue whatsoever. Somehow we'll get by on what we have. And as a result, we knew that we would never get 103 votes from the Republicans. The Democrats knew this all the time. Interesting, in the Senate, the bill came out bipartisan, didn't it?
45-5.
So that meant that there were a couple, and I think they were maybe all Democrats, might have been a couple Republicans in that 5, that didn't vote for it. Everybody else said, okay, we need to do this. This is the right thing to do for the people of Pennsylvania. It goes over to the House. We had a number of Republican votes, but we needed about 30 or so Democrat votes, and they wanted to vote for it. Keep this in mind. Mike McGeehan, the Democrat from Philadelphia, the Democrat chairman of the Transportation Committee, said he's going to do the right thing, and he voted that bill out of committee along with 2 other or 3 other Democrats. It shows that there was a willingness to do that.
There was a lot of talk about an email from the unions saying to
about that email.
House Representatives. I know it. I haven't read it. I haven't seen it, but there's a lot of talk about it from the union, telling House members, do not allow transportation to advance until the liquor bill is killed. What do you know of that?
That's exactly what I know. Clearly, the leader of the liquor union, Wendell Young III, sent an email to the Democrats in the House saying, block transportation and we can kill the liquor bill. And they listened to that, to the detriment of the people of Pennsylvania on 2 fronts. One, the public safety and the jobs and everything that the transportation bill isn't being able to address until we do get it passed in the fall. And 2, choice and convenience on the liquor bill itself. So this is a union of a couple thousand people with a leader who told the Democrat leaders, stop this bill, and they listened to him. They didn't listen to the people of Pennsylvania. And that cannot be allowed to continue.
What do you do about it, though?
We work on it hard. Your listeners are listening to this. They need to pick up their phones. They need to call the legislators at their district office. They need to let them know that they want roads and bridges repaired. They want transit. And choice and convenience when it comes to buying alcohol. We need to get out of a business that we're not supposed to be in.
One more question on transportation funding. Given the lack of a bill that passed, does this mean weight limits for bridges are now inevitable as early as this summer?
In some areas, yeah. We were holding off, hoping that, okay, if we get the money, we can go into action right away. In some areas, we're going to have to start waitlisting.
Limiting.
See, I'm tired.
Yes.
Limiting bridges. in some areas. And, some roads are going to have to be worked on. Other roads are going to wait. And, and I notice that I drive across some of the roads and go, oh, my goodness. Especially in the back seat of a car, you feel it even worse in the front than in the driver's seat. We got to get these roads fixed.